I am so happy right now. All of my expectations have been met. A standing ovation from every single person in the entire world is what this movie deserves. It's just I can't believe it. It's so good. It was so incredible. I don't know if it's just the hype coursing through my veins at a rapid pace, probably very unhealthy, but either way, yeah. All right, so my thoughts on it. Spoilers ahead. If you haven't seen the movie, what are you doing? See it as soon as you can possibly go. All right. So, I watched this movie. I saw it in IMAX with the boys, which I believe was the best possible way to experience this movie, all right? But they managed to make a movie. They decided, you know what? They were like, what if we made the coolest kaiju movie ever? And then they did. They made the coolest kaiju movie ever conceived. A rematch, 60 years in the making. Then they practically perfected it. It was beautiful. Also, Godzilla won the fight. If you are going to make an argument, no, you're wrong. Because he won the fight. And that was great. Even if you're I was confident Godzilla was going to lose for a while. Even if he did lose, I would still have been happy. But I'm even more happy because he won. But it was still either way. And then there's just so many. There's too much. There was too much to talk about. So many perfect little bits. I heard lots of things before I watched this movie about like, oh, the human characters are stupid and the plot is bad. And I was like, so I kept my expectations like really low. What was I gonna say? But it wasn't as bad as I thought it was. Like, it wasn't the worst human story I've seen in a Godzilla film before. Have you seen some of the earlier movies? They're kind of dumb. They're kind of very, very dumb. And it was visually fantastic, and I was just so, for a moment there, for 2 hours of my life, I forgot all of my worries and my woes, and I was having fun. I wasn't thinking. There was just so much cool stuff. And you don't, it helps if you've seen the other MonsterVerse movies, but you don't need to. You really don't need to. It makes it some moments cooler, but it stands good on its own, which you can't say that for a lot of Marvel movies recently. I'm just saying. Of course, this is only movie number 4. That's the equivalent of me saying, well, in MCU it goes Iron Man, in order of release, Iron Man, Incredible Hulk, Iron Man 2. That's like me saying, oh, you can watch Thor without watching the rest of them, but you get the point. It was like saying, okay, well, yeah, I'm going on a bit of a tangent, okay? Um, uh, yeah, what other thoughts? That the King Ghidorah skull, they brought that back, that was very cool. And then they did the whole Kiryu plot thing where it took over the Mechagodzilla, and there's just so many things where they just decided, we're going to do this because it will be awesome, sick, and rad. There's no point, there's no substance. But it's beautiful. It's just like Lord of the Rings. There was something, every single moment, I was literally doing the pog face. I needed this so badly in my life right now. I needed something to look forward to that will stay in my mind forever. I wish I could experience it for the first time again. Just how good it was, just how beautiful it was. There's just so many beats and moments that were just visually astounding or whatever, and my senses were being full to the max. It was like nothing I've ever seen before in my life. Except that I've seen kaiju movies before. There are other good ones, yes. It's not, I'd have to rewatch more old kaiju movies, but it's probably one of the best ever created. So, if you're a Kong fan, and if you're a Godzilla fan, you should be satisfied by this movie. You will be satisfied by this movie, alright? If you're somehow a Kong fan and you don't get at least satisfied by this movie, I'm disappointed in you, and also society in general, for allowing a person like you to exist. But I guess that's it for my review. my one last thing is that when Kong tore Mechagodzilla's head off and like the spine came out and he held it up, I physically like I was like yes in the theater. I was applauding. My hands got were hurting from applauding so much. It was so beautiful on so many fundamental, epic monkey moment levels. All right, that's all for today's episode. I might do a second review just like after my thoughts have kind of calmed down. Also, oh my gosh, I have a Falcon Winter Soldier episode tonight. Oh my gosh, there's so much stuff. Okay, see you guys next time.